that, let's bring in Adanté Pointer. And so the jury's now seeing what she just reacted to, and that is basically her stomach hanging out as she lays there. What's your overall take here, Adanté, on this? And happy Wednesday to you. Good morning, sir. This is a unique case. A lot of our viewers are differing in opinions, whether this is self-defense or if this is murder. Where do you stand?
Well, when you look at the response of the witness and the way in which the prosecution started off the questioning by saying, well, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? They're showing the juxtaposition of this was a young woman, a slightly built woman, who's dealing with a grown man who's armed with a knife. That starts certainly tilting the scales in favor of the victim versus the defendant and saying, why would a grown man behave in such a violent way towards such a slightly built and appears to be a pretty delicate person? Now, when the defense gets up there, that changes a little bit because, of course, they start bringing out other elements about what took place here. So right now, when you have, at least so far this morning, we see two witnesses who have very strong reactions and are posed as victims of a grown man who stabbed them, you start saying, how can this be a perfect self-defense? This appears to be someone, a man, a grown person, who went above and beyond in a confrontation, and it turned deadly, and he may, in fact, be held responsible by this jury for that.
Adanté Pointer is with us. He is in California monitoring this with Adanté. If you're representing the defendant here, how are you going to handle cross of a witness like this?
You're going to have to be very delicate, and you're going to hone in on the things that she is not mentioning or things that she did. Like, for example, in that direct, the prosecution showed and tried to get in front of the fact that she actually did touch and push the defendant. And so I would come back to that as the defense attorney and say, now, you did actually touch him. He hadn't threatened you. You actually initiated the physical confrontation here, correct? And make her admit that and then build from there. So that's what I expect to see on cross-examination is the defense attorney bring out what she did and what she contributed to taking and escalating this from yelling and arguing into a physical confrontation.
Okay.